Hi, I'm James McCoy, President of the Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining us for the 2020 annual celebration. We have a great program in store for you today, and thank you for being a great part of it. I want to begin by thanking Lambert High School Orchestra that you were just watching for sharing a remarkable performance that they did in Italy at St. John, the Basilica of St. John the Baptist, recorded well before the outbreak of the pandemic. It's a great example of our world-class school system and the remarkable opportunities that students have here in Forsyth County. Our pre-event entertainment sponsor is Georgia Power. The Chamber is a very proud partner with Georgia Power in working together for the economic prosperity of the people of Forsyth County.
We will get through this with hard work and long hours, by keeping our distance while keeping in touch, by traveling less and moving more. You do your part by staying home, and we'll do our part to keep the lights on, providing you with reliable energy and giving you more ways to use it efficiently. We know home means more now than ever. Count on us to be here so you can be there.
Again, a big thank you to Doug Jenkins and his team at Georgia Power for their investment in the Chamber and the community. We're going to hear from several of our sponsors today during today's program. Creating a production like this for a virtual event is really new to the Chamber, and we cannot make it happen without the generous support of our sponsors. Our banquet sponsor is Beaver Toyota of Cumming. We want to thank Linda Beaver and everybody at Beaver Toyota for your support. United Way, Ruth Good and your team, thank you very much for sponsoring our program. You can find a copy of the program on the website surrounding the video that you're watching right now. Our segment sponsors, Dexter Companies and Walmart, thank you very much for your investment in the organization. Our gold sponsors, Cumming Cigars, which we're going to see a live video or a pre-recorded video of just a moment, and the University of North Georgia. Our silver sponsors, Tyson Food, and the brand new South Forsyth Community Improvement District. John Antoine and the CID Board, thank you very much for your investment. Our bronze sponsors, Hayes James and Associates, Atlas Technology Consultants, EcoMaids, and the Tam's family of restaurants, Tam's Backstage and Tam's Tupelo. Brian Tam, Kelly Tam, thank you. This has been a transformative year for your chamber and our community. Since the founding of the organization in 1953, the Forsyth County Chamber has been a driver and leader of growth, prosperity, and collaboration in our community. 2020 was a crucial turning point for our organization. Never before has the Chamber been more central as a leader in the collaboration with our partners in the public and private sector. I'm proud of the quick and decisive action taken by your Chamber team in response to the economic consequences of a global pandemic. We were the first chamber in Georgia and among the very first in the nation to get organized and out in the community, actively executing a plan to support local businesses through circumstances that none of us have ever experienced. While we are by no means out of the pandemic woods, the Chamber's plan has already been successful, thanks to the cooperation with our strategic partners at Forsyth County Government, Forsyth County Development Authority, Forsyth County Public Schools, the City of Cumming, and Lanier Tech. Our focus was clear. Get Forsyth County businesses the most up-to-date and accurate information and access to expertise so that they could make sound business decisions in a chaotic environment. Engage the residents of Forsyth County to support local businesses and invest in our community first. Engage the residents of Forsyth County in reaching out to a broader section than they've ever reached before. Create avenues for Forsyth County businesses to secure operating capital from the CARES Act, the Small Business Administration, and local banks. Connect the unemployed to temporary support resources and employers who are seeking them out. The Chamber is a relatively small organization, especially when you consider the monumental task that was ahead of us in 2020. And we can only achieve success with the trust, support, and true collaboration with our partners. Whether you are a resident, business owner, or both, we should be grateful to our elected leaders. our chair of the Board of Commissioners, Laura Simonson, and the Forsyth County Board of Commissioners, the Forsyth County Sheriff, Ron Freeman, Forsyth County Legislative Delegation, and their great support through a very challenging time, the Forsyth County Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Jeff Bearden, and Mayor Troy Brumbelow in the city of Cumming. Thank you for your leadership and your support. We are very fortunate to have an extraordinary board of directors, a group of thoughtful business leaders volunteering their time and treasure to the chamber. Our very loyal and dedicated members, thank you. While chambers across the country saw huge losses in membership and investment, the Forsyth County Chamber performed really well this year, and we thank you for your loyalty and commitment to the organization. And finally, I want to make sure that I thank a group of people that I almost never recognize, our chamber staff. I've had a philosophy that we should focus first and foremost on the volunteers and investors of this organization, and paid staff after that. I still hold that philosophy, but the circumstances of this year have given me cause to make an important exception to that. Every member of your chamber team, the paid staff, took immediate action, working through every weekend, extremely early mornings, very late nights, and most importantly, actively reaching out to local businesses to really listen to what they needed and to take action. All of this at the same time and managing their own personal situations at home. And I really want to say thank you to each and every one of them. Jimmy Lane, Beth Harris, Jesse Martin, Michelle Daniels, Jenna Smith, Laura Stewart, Scott Evans, Chris Benitez, Alex Warner, and Stephanie McCabe. Thank you. Our community could not have a more dedicated group of servants that genuinely care about the economic future and prosperity of Forsyth County. And that is a great segue to recognize one of the greatest community servants with whom I have ever had the honor of working with, Lynn Jackson, Chief Operating Officer at Northside Hospital. I have had the privilege of working with Lynn and her whole team at Northside Hospital Forsyth for the last 15 years. And when you work with someone like that and with an organization like that, you tend to take their capabilities and integrity and leadership for granted. Then our community got to see Northside Forsyth and how they lead in response to a global pandemic. Even from a distance, Northside's response to the needs of our community are nothing short of amazing. Northside Hospital Forsyth was a pillar of strength that continues to help all of us feel safer, more confident, and more at home in an uncertain world. I spoke to Lynn last night, and as she asked that I express her thanks for the outpouring of community support for the frontline workers there at Northside and throughout the community. Northside Forsyth is also, she shared with me, preparing to begin construction on a $43 million expansion, adding 2 stories to their surgical tower. That will add 64 beds and floors 9 and 10 by the end of next year. Northside Forsyth is also proud to remind us that Forsyth County is still ranked the healthiest county in Georgia for the 8th year in a row, and that's remarkable. Thank you, Northside Forsyth, for your support in that effort. In speaking to Lynn last night, I'm also excited to announce that Northside Forsyth will be the boardroom sponsor, the room that I'm standing in right now that will serve the community for years and years to come. And I want to thank them for their sponsorship and their continued commitment to this organization and the community. Northside Forsyth is the title sponsor for today's annual celebration, and I thank them for their investment in today and their investment in the chamber.
Rising to meet the needs of the communities it serves, Northside Hospital is dawning a new day in healthcare.
Again, thank you, Northside Hospital Forsyth, Northside Hospital, and Lynn Jackson for your leadership in this community and the great work that you have done through and continue to do through a very difficult time. Now I'd like to introduce our Platinum sponsor, a great friend of the Chamber, a longtime partner, Bob Russell and Atlanta Landscape Group. They have done a remarkable job in this community for hundreds and hundreds of customers out there, and we're very proud to have them as a Platinum level sponsor. Thank you, Bob.
Atlanta Landscape Group is a full-service commercial and master plan development landscape contractor. CEO Bob Russell and his loyal partners, as well as management team, began this journey in 2014 and have since received numerous achievements as well as service awards. These include Atlanta Business Chronicle recognition, Atlanta's top 20 commercial landscape contractors, and Atlanta's top 100 fastest growing privately owned companies. Let them build a partnership for success and establish value in your landscape.
Thank you, Atlanta Landscape Group. Bob Russell, your whole team, you do great work, and thank you for your investment in the organization, especially this year. Thank you. So the annual celebration is also a big part of the way that we share with the community what we've done. Your chamber is very goal-oriented, we're very outcome-focused, and we want to make sure that you know what we've accomplished over the last year. So I hope you will take a look on the website. We've provided a copy of our annual report, but to give you a shorter summary and a more visual summary, our team's put together a short video to capture the highlights. I hope you enjoy it.
In 2020, your chamber presented at the Transportation Research Board, hosted the Chairman's Cabinet Kickoff event, Georgian's first Chamber Roundtable, coordinated surprise visits to Teacher of the Year finalists, hosted the Chamber Economic Outlook Breakfast, the State of the County Luncheon, attended the RSA Conference, hosted the Celebration of Excellence Luncheon, Since then, your chamber has produced 115 webinars, led 16 SBA loan info sessions, consulted 211 businesses on SBA loan applications, hosted 30 virtual networking sessions, held 6 virtual job fairs, engaged over 700 families and 25 restaurants in restaurant bingo, generating over $25,000 in restaurant revenue, ensured 319 local small businesses received $2 million in Forsyth County CARES funds, announced 18 economic development projects, worked on $109 million of new capital investments, fostered 220 new jobs, moved into 1 new home, and virtually never missed a beat.
It's been a great year for your Chamber of Commerce and for our community. Again, those things cannot be accomplished without some great community collaborations and great work. They also can't be accomplished without some excellent leadership from our board of directors. We have been fortunate for decades to have great business people who give their time to the organization and help us lead. I really am especially grateful that in this year that we have had Carter Patterson as the chair of our board. He and I had a discussion earlier that was recorded previously, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, Carter, it has been an extraordinary year.
Yes, it has.
And I don't think either of us, or anybody, of course, was prepared for what it was going to be this year. But, of course, thankfully, starting back in 2019, we had some key projects that were great northern stars for us to help see us through this year, and some key projects starting back then. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of those projects from 2019 that have carried over and what we have done with that? I think there's some exciting parts to that.
Absolutely. 2019 was a great year for the Chamber. We launched Forward Forsyth, which is an economic development partnership between ourselves at the Chamber with the County Commission, the Board of Education, along with UNG and Lanier Tech, and as well as the Development Authority. And we've had other great things that happened in 2019 that we're still working through today. One, we're getting a brand new chamber building. For 20 years, our community has wanted a new building, and all of the efforts that they put in place have carried over to our brand new building. And what better way to have a brand new building than to have a whole brand new brand for our chamber? We listened to our community. They wanted a simpler, easier name for our chamber, and one that was inclusive of our entire community. And in doing so, our branding words to help us focus on what our community is about. We're collaborative, we're winning, we're creative, we're innovative, and we're leading edge.
The initiatives that we just talked about from 2019, transitioning that into 2020 with everything that happened being so unexpected and unplanned for, how did you see those transition into this new year?
Well, January and February, they transitioned just great. But, as we all know, our 2020 became a very different place in March. And our chamber had to pivot. We couldn't maintain focusing on economic development solely. We had a community that needed to recover and rebuild. When the announcement came that we were going to shut down our economy for 2 weeks, a lot of people were shell-shocked. What are we going to do? But our chamber went to work within hours to build the Together for FOCO initiative to help save our community, to help small and local businesses stay afloat, to build the awareness needed to help for everybody to organize and get together and help one another.
So one of those initiatives that we worked on this past year was the CARES grant program. And that really was not even anything we were dreaming of a year ago. Talk about that a little bit and kind of what came out of that and what the Chamber accomplished with that.
Well, the Chamber led an initiative with the county commissioners to apply for CARES grant funding from the federal government that was ceded to the state to provide to small and local businesses. And the Chamber led the initiative for our county to get that money. But there was a lot of work involved in distributing that money. And the Chamber went to work and set an example for other Chamber of Commerces throughout the state and the country on how to do this properly with proper oversight so that, $1.8 million worth of CARES grant was distributed through our community. And I know from talking to the business owners myself that money was very much needed.
And it was a remarkable opportunity that really showed a lot of collaboration between the Chamber and all of our partners. And that actually leads me to sort of the next part of the conversation. You mentioned earlier in the brand adoption words, one of those words is winning. And so I really, this past year, despite all of the challenges, we've had some great examples of where we've been able to take some challenges and really turn them into some opportunities and highlight that as a brand adoption word for us and live out that part of our brand. One of the unexpected things that happened this year for a totally different reason was our selection as one of 3 finalists for Chamber of the Year for the United States.
Hey, I'm Chris Clark, President, CEO of the Georgia Chamber of Commerce, and I want to congratulate the Forsyth Chamber, James McCoy, the board, the team up there, on being recognized as a finalist for the ACCE Chamber of the Year Award. You know, the Georgia Chamber received this several years ago, and it was such an incredible honor. And what it means is it's a testament to the work that the Chamber staff and board do. It means that you matter in your community. The work that you've done on Forsyth in creating the South Forsyth Community Improvement District, the work you've done through COVID, all that matters to the businesses in your community. Can't tell you how proud I am and excited for you to go through this process to receive this recognition. I can think of no organization better deserving of this than the Forsyth Chamber.
Hello to you. I'm Fred Blankenship with Channel 2 Action News. Congratulations to the Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce on being nominated as one of the top 3 chambers of commerce in the nation by the Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives for their phenomenal work way back in 2019. Seems like a long time ago. With over 1,000 nominees, to be among the top 3 is worthy of a celebration. That's right, a cool in the gang celebration. The Forsyth County Chamber was in fact the only chamber in the state of Georgia to receive a finalist designation this year. Advancing businesses, building community partnerships, and working with individuals and organizations is something that your Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce is fantastic at doing. So, congratulations to the remarkable chamber staff, its board of directors, members, and volunteers. You are truly amazing.
Hey, Forsyth County Chamber, it's Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan, and what an honor it is to address this great group. And certainly I wouldn't be here in this role as Lieutenant Governor if it wasn't for Forsyth County and Forsyth County Chamber for putting on display for the rest of the state to look at how you grow a community, how you intentionally invest in business and jobs and high-paying quality jobs, how you work so well with the local school system and with small employers and large employers and everybody in between. So grateful to really have come and grown up in and around this community and be able to go all over the state and share what the lessons that we've learned with so many different parts of the community. So certainly I know this group is immensely successful and continue to be nationally recognized for your hard work and leadership. It doesn't happen by accident. It does happen because you're intentional about doing the right things and continuing to work for the communities that you serve. And Forsyth County is certainly in the position it is today, not only here in the state, but like I said, nationally recognized because of intentional leadership that really focuses in on high-paying quality jobs and what barriers are in the way of those businesses and those business owners, and how can we really develop a K-12 system that understands the 21st century global economy, and how do we work with our technical school to really deliver those high-paying quality jobs on a more nimble platform. How do we then continue to give back to the community and continue to serve those that are in need of a helping hand. So certainly so proud of Forsyth County, so proud to live here and raise my family here, and certainly proud of your efforts, and look forward to continuing to hear about continued success.
When you talk about the fact that there are thousands and thousands of chambers throughout the United States, and while it wasn't our main focus, to be nominated one of 3 for Chamber of the Year by the Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives took me off guard, but it really didn't surprise me, James. You have built an incredible team of great people here. We hit the floor running on day 1 of this pandemic. And while we weren't the officially named the Chamber of the Year, Vail, Colorado has a few more ski slopes than we do, but we can make that a 2021 initiative to add a ski slope to Sawney Mountain next year. I'm so proud of the Chamber staff and how hard they work, because they really earn this recognition. And we're the only chamber in Georgia to have been nominated for this prestigious award.
Carter, thank you for the kind words, and we do have a great team, and this is a phenomenal community to get to work in every day, and we certainly would not be able to have gotten that nomination and that recognition without the great support of great board leaders and led by yourself. It's been a great year this past year from a community leadership standpoint. We really got to see some shining stars. Carter, thank you so much. We had a great time filming that segment earlier and really enjoyed just having a little casual time to talk, and glad we got to do that. And along those lines, the chairman's sponsor for today's event is Winter Construction. And I really want to thank our friends at Winter, Brent Reed and his team, as you're going to hear, have built some of the most remarkable buildings in our community. Communities certainly are known for their people, but they're also known for their architecture and the buildings that make up the fabric of that community. And we're very fortunate to have a partner who's built many of them. Winter Construction, and so we really appreciate their partnership, their investment in the organization, and their continued leadership.
Hello, my name is Brent Reed. I'm the CEO of the Winter Companies, which consists of two businesses, the Winter Construction Company and Winter Environmental Services. Winter is proud to have worked and built in Forsyth County over the last 15 years. It has completed several very high-profile projects to include the Cumming Aquatic Center, the University of North Georgia Cumming campus, the Forsyth County Justice Building in downtown Cumming, and most recently, the Halcyon project in South Forsyth. The following video is a great representation of our company, our people, and its culture. I hope you enjoy the video. We look forward to many more years of successful projects in the Forsyth County community. Thank you.
There's a saying that goes, if you enjoy what you do, then you never work a day in your life. And that's exactly how I feel about construction. That's how I feel about working with Winter. It really is a great experience for me every day.
I really don't consider what I do work. Every day I come to work and I feel a sense of pride when I hear that something went well because of something that we did. That makes me want to get up the next day and do it again.
I'm here at Winter because of the good experience with the people that we work with day in and day out, and I think that translates to the way that we deliver projects to our clients.
We stand out in that way because everybody cares, like from the workers all the way up to management. We want to do right for the customer, and I think they see that, and that's one of the big things that gives us such a good relationship and brings us repeat business or get other opportunities.
We're all part of the team at the end of the day, and that's what makes, I think, us different.
Working at Winter is basically like working for a big family. We do things right, and we do care about people.
We are just a group of people who come together, who are very passionate about what we do, but we all live in this community, and we all want to give back.
By building good experiences, we break barriers, spark growth, and reinforce relationships. Imagining new opportunities by reaching higher, pushing further, and always going above and beyond. Unearthing new possibilities for the future through collaboration, connection, consistency, and community.
I personally have a great sense of pride being a part of this and helping to create and foster these final products that I can drive by at the end of the day and say I was a part of that.
It's not just being there to do a job and get out. It's about going that extra mile.
I feel very proud that we have a lot of integrity on what we do and how we do it.
Safety at Winter is the most important thing we do. It's more important than schedule, more important than profit. If we miss a day, well, so be it, we'll have to make it up. But we send everybody home every day. They may be tired, they may be dirty. They've got all their digits and there's no ambulances involved.
The foundation of who we are is built on doing the right thing, learning to do better, and demonstrating integrity, even when no one is watching.
Words have no impact. You have to stick with what you say you're going to do and treat people fairly.
It's one of the most, if not the most important thing for me to work for a company whose ethics and morals and values match mine. And Winter has shown me that over and over again.
We do try to be good neighbors. Is this necessary? Of course it isn't, but it sure is a good feeling to watch it happen.
After all, why would we ask for your trust when we can build it?
Brent Reed, Winter Construction, thank you so much for everything that you do in our community and for the Chamber. We really, really appreciate it. And now, as I've mentioned earlier, and as you heard earlier, we have a new building. I'm standing in the boardroom of our new building, but we really want to make sure folks have the opportunity to get a tour of our new building. And we have asked our current board chair and our incoming board chair, Scott Hutchison, to please help us with that. I'm going to ask Carter if he'll get us kicked off. And I'm going to toss it to Carter Patterson, chair of the board, for our building tour.
1 year ago, we stood on this site for the groundbreaking of the future home of the Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce. Don't need this hard hat anymore, because it is now the home of the Forsyth County Chamber. Come on inside, let's take a look. I'm standing in front of your new home for the Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce. In front of me is Gerard and Davis. Down Webb Street is Community Cup, and then in the center of it all is your home of the Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce. Okay, let's go on up to the second floor. Oh, and hey, look, it's Scott Hutchison, our 2021 chair for the Chamber. Hey, Scott.
How's it going, Carter?
You know, a year ago, our previous chairman left us homeless, and I'm leaving you all of this. You mind showing everybody with a quick tour?
Please come on up. Carter, you did. Going from a 1900s house that we used as our office for several years to this brand new 6,000 square foot facility with offices for the entire staff. We have collaboration space. We have our membership team up and down this hall over here with Chris and Jenna, who would love for you guys to come visit them as they keep trying to get everybody involved. And thank God that Jimmy Lane worked so hard at the Sherwin-Williams paint store to pick out this color scheme, because this is absolutely beautiful. So thank y'all so much for everybody who did all the hard work. I cannot take you any further than this because we're still putting some finishing touches on some office furniture, but y'all please come in and visit us sometime soon, and we can't wait to see you. And I'm going to flip it back over to James in the boardroom and keep this presentation going. Thank you.
Scott, thank you. Carter, thank you. We cannot wait to start hosting folks at our facility again. We're doing everything we can, of course, to keep our staff and our guests as safe as we possibly can. But we're looking forward to the day when we can really start hosting the community back in the facility, and we know that day is coming soon. So, a central feature of our annual celebration is the transition of leadership. And the passing of the gavel. It's been a tradition that we have had in place for many, many years, transitioning from one chamber board chair to the next. And to sponsor the gavel and this transition is Renaissance Bank and Chris Braun. Chris has been a longtime advocate of this chamber and this community, and we appreciate everything that Renaissance and Chris are doing for us and for our community.
Hi, I'm Chris Braun with Renaissance Bank, and we're excited to be the gavel sponsor for this year's annual celebration. At Renaissance Bank, we have four main constituents: our employees, our clients, the communities we serve, and our shareholders. And what I love about our partnership with the Forsyth County Chamber is how we're able to directly, positively influence each of those groups. The Chamber's emphasis on helping businesses, promoting economic development, and making Forsyth County a great place to live, work, and play allows us to do that. And it's my privilege to present the gavel to our 2020 chairman, Carter Patterson. Thank you, Carter, for your leadership, your stewardship, and your friendship.
Our community is fortunate to have had Carter Patterson as the chairman of the board for 2020. I know this year has gone very differently than what we all expected. In 2020, the Chamber didn't just respond to economic and community health crisis. The Chamber proactively led the economic recovery in supporting local businesses and being a lighthouse in a storm. Carter, you have been central, not just in this year, but throughout the years that you've served as part of the Chamber. and what you've done with the chamber will continue for years to come. Starting with the chair of the campaign to secure voter approval for the transportation bond that widened Georgia 400 and hundreds of $1 million and other transportation projects. New legislation to give Forsyth County the ability to create new community improvement districts and the creation of the South Forsyth CID. A rollout of the new brand of the chamber and the new name for the chamber this year. A new building, as we discussed, and the chamber home. A Chamber for the Year finalist for 2020 throughout the nation. The first chamber in Georgia to proactively respond to the economic consequences of the pandemic. And we don't stop there. The rollout of the Together for FOCO initiative to support Forsyth County businesses throughout the pandemic. Forsyth County Cares Small Businesses Relief Grant Program, which awarded nearly $2 million to local businesses. And Forsyth County joining Georgia's Innovation Crescent. You're leaving a great legacy and have set a new standard for the board chairs. It's an honor to present you with this gavel and recognition as leadership chair of the board for Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Scott. It's been an honor of my lifetime to be able to serve this community as chairman of the board for the Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce. I want to thank my board of directors as well as our past chair, Kevin McDonough, for his tutelage, and all the past chairs that have given me advice throughout the years. Our chamber is the best in Georgia and one of the best in the nation because we have a community that is involved actively, and they expect us to be one of the best. And I think we've done a pretty good job even in 2020 with this pandemic. But I really especially want to thank the staff of the chamber. They are second to none, best in class. And just to reiterate what James says, it's just amazing what they do each and every day above and beyond. And so I thank you very much, Forsyth County.
So I went and got the gavel for Carter to give it to him for his leaving the building, and after 2 or 3 days now, I have not been able to kick him out. So I'm still over here at Cooper & Company's office. I'm gonna have to get an army of people to go throw him out of here in the next day or two. In 2020, the chambers learned that we gotta be mobile, agile, and with Together FOCO and the CARES Act, and able to kind of pivot our vision and help the community with the dollars that we can get from the government and everything else. We're looking forward to the next year just pumping all this into the community some more. In 2021, we'd like to see Forward Forsyth do things like more product development for businesses to move into the community, more infrastructure development for the north, especially the north end of the county, so we can have more businesses move into the area. Workforce development, as we're working with colleges in the community to help strengthen our workforce, and all in all, just try to provide a location for our citizens and people to work in this county and not have to leave the county. So our goal by the end of 2021 is to work with University of North Georgia, Lanier Tech, and the other businesses in the community to keep strengthening our workforce development in order to have an ultimate goal of getting our unemployment rate at or below where it was at the beginning of 2020. So I've been involved for many years in the Chamber's tourism development, and that includes films in the community, that includes tournaments coming into the community, and everything else that goes along with that. So that's top to bottom, from the hotels having revenue, all the way down to the caterer who's supplying the food, to the person who's renting out equipment for all these events and filming industry. So last year, the film industry alone was over a $2 billion business in the state of Georgia, and I hope we can bring some of those dollars up here to Forsyth County. Not too long ago, the Forsyth County Chamber was monumental in getting the first community improvement district passed in the south end of the county, also known as a CID. What these CIDs do is they allow the local business owners to work on spending more of their money on beautification, infrastructure, and overall just business needs in that community. and focusing it right on where their businesses are located instead of spacing it out all over the county. My goal would be hopefully we can at least have 1 or 2 more CIDs over the next few years so we can really focus on specific areas of counties that need this further beautification infrastructure put in place. So, I don't know if you know, but after growing up at the south end of the county, I grew up on McFarland Road back when it was pretty much a 2-lane pig trail. And over the last 20, 25 years, I've been able to see this county explode in growth and become just a monumental and beautiful part of the city. And I hope that we can, not just through control growth, but systematically watch and contain and use the data that Chamber's been providing to the commissioners and developers and everybody, and really just keep this county going in the way it needs to go. We need more businesses in the county. We also need homes for those people to live in. So as a chamber is a voice of the business community and also helps us talk to the commissioners and the politicians in the county, I hope that we can keep a controlled but great growth like it's been able to do for the last 20, 25 years.
A big thanks to Scott Hutchison. Scott, I'm really looking forward to working with you this next year. Scott's been involved with the Chamber for many, many years, and particularly in the work of economic development, and it's going to be a great year working with Scott. He brings a great deal to the table, and we have a great working relationship, and I'm really looking forward to that. So a central feature, again, of our annual celebration is the Charles F. Welch Citizenship Award. The Welch Award is arguably Forsyth County's highest honor for civic and community leadership. It is not an award that is given out annually. It is presented purely on merit. The award was created in 1997 to honor the remarkable servant leadership of Charles F. Welch. A native of Forsyth County with deep roots in the community going back generations, Charles was a remarkable leader in public, civic, business, and family life, and he's left a remarkable legacy. The award was created in his honor and is presented by the Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce to a community leader who best exemplifies the same qualities that Mr. Welch once did. These qualities include service to the community without regard for power or recognition, a commitment to what is best for the community as a whole, a growing enthusiasm to continually make the community a better place to live. The 2020 recipient of the Charles F. Welch Citizenship Award exemplifies those qualities and whose service to our community is not only needed every day, but is very rarely recognized. The award sponsor for today is Central EMS. They joined the Chamber's Executive Vice President, Jimmy Lane, and provided some critical transportation in a surprise visit to this year's very deserving recipient.
Hey everyone, I'm Jimmy Lane. I'm the Executive Vice President for the Chamber of Commerce. I'm super jacked to be here with you guys today. We are on our way to give the Charles Welch Citizenship Award to Chris Grimes, who is the EMA Director for Forsyth County. He's well deserving. All the countless hours and behind the scenes work that he did was absolutely incredible this year, so well deserving. Can't wait to get there. We've got a couple friends with us, our EMTs.
Katie Morris.
Sam Gates. And we are en route. So we're at the EOC here in North Forsyth, going in to present the award to Chris Grimes. All right, so he doesn't know that we're here. We've done a lot of work to make sure that he doesn't know that we're here this morning. He should be here any minute. Can't wait to see the look on his face. This is truly an amazing opportunity and time. Got the Charles Welch Citizenship Award. He is about to walk down that hallway. I cannot wait for him to do so. Super excited. He definitely deserves this. It's a huge honor, a top honor in Forsyth County. With it being Halloween, I hope we kind of scare him a little bit. That would be fun. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? How you doing? You surprised to see us?
I am.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good to see you. Well, you're helping us film for our annual celebration. It's going to be virtual this year, and you're a main attraction for it.
Oh, I don't know.
It's not every year that we can give the Charles Welch Citizenship Award, but this year has been an extraordinary year. And we give this award to somebody who's exemplified the qualities that he did to this great community. And those qualities are service without regard for recognition, a commitment to always do what's right, and a passion to make sure that Forsyth County is a better place to live. It is truly a top honor in Forsyth County for any Forsyth County resident. Now, a lot of people worked on the front lines, but I know for a fact that nobody worked behind the scenes quite like you did to make sure that we were prepared for 2020. And for all of those reasons, it's my honor to present you the Charles Welch Citizenship Award.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It truly is an honor to do what I do every day. So thank you all very much.
Well, you deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this award. It truly is an honor to get to serve our community every day and to make it a better place to live, to work, to have a family, to have my family here, just like many of you have your families here. So it's truly an honor. So thank you very much for this award.
Chris Grimes, congratulations. You are more than deserving of this award. Chris is a remarkable public servant, and he really lives out the idea of what collaboration in a community really means. And I appreciate your great work, and this organization appreciates, Chris, everything that you've done for our community, not just over the last year, but over the last several years and the years to come. So you're very deserving of it, and thank you for being a great public servant. Thank you all for joining us for the Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce annual celebration. Certainly, it's a departure from past events. Our annual celebration is a demonstration of how your chamber and our community are resilient in the face of adversity. We are taking the challenge before us and creating new opportunities. Your chamber is here to help bring people together for a common cause, the prosperity of a new day. This year has tested all of us in ways we could have never imagined. Of all the things that we have to celebrate, we should celebrate that we've not only survived, but have thrived in the face of adversity. This is my 15th annual celebration, serving all of you as the president of your Chamber of Commerce. It is the honor of a lifetime to be entrusted with that responsibility. And I take the work very seriously and do everything I can to make sure that we are taking advantage of every opportunity to better serve you and this incredible community that we call home. I hope the rest of 2020 brings you opportunity, and as we head into the holiday season, I hope you find joy and comfort with those you hold dear. Take care of yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you in person very soon.